Hey everybody, goemonronin back with another quick little impromptu guitar review. I've been setting up guitars here, got a couple from an old customer of mine, and one of the ones he brought was this Korean-made PRS SE Singlecut. He actually has two of these. One's a very nice kind of red one, but this one is his kind of, I guess, beater guitar. I don't know if he would appreciate that term, but you can see it's seen better days finish-wise. I've tried my best to clean this thing off, but it has dings in it and scratches and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, the first thing it's essentially a Les Paul. Has the wraparound tailpiece, PRS pickups, master volume, master tone, three-way toggle out of the way nicely, 3x3 headstock with the cool little Paul Reed Smith shape in it. Really weird looking kind of heart-shaped control cavity in there. Did I say wraparound tailpiece? The virtue of a wraparound tailpiece, of course, is that you intonate the E string and then you intonate the other E string with it, and then all the others follow suit if your gauges match up. If you're using some custom string gauge, though, you could run into problems there. I think this is a cool guitar for kind of a Les Paul. These are about $600 or $700. I don't know if I would spend that really. But if I could find one used, I would definitely buy one. And this is after a setup, so I've gotten the action pretty low. It's pretty low in there. So I'm getting buzzes that like come through the amp or anything. Now I haven't looked up what these are made of, but even without the amp, and these are heavy bottom strings, that might have something to do with it, but even without the amp, this thing sounds good. And there's no special, coil tapping or anything like that, just bridge both neck. So I'm going to run through them just clean. Okay, neck. This is both. And bridge. Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the distortion. So bridge. Right, both. And neck. Alright, so Without, you know, fretting out or anything. Alright, so that's just a small sound demo there. I have another. Oh, I forgot to mention that this thing's bound. This is actually bound, I think, with maple. I think this is maple or mahogany bound. It's not like, you know, plastic binding or anything like that. So even though this is a Korean-made instrument, I think it's almost better quality than the Indonesian Ibanez S that's sitting there, geez, behind me. Yeah, you probably already watched the video too. Let's see how much these things cost. Let's see. This is a PRS. What is it? PRS SE Singlecut. PRS SE Black. All right. Wow. 600, and now the one I'm looking at here looks like it actually has a trem on it. Wow, cool. They make them with trems, not Floyd's or anything, but like a Wilkinson style trim. That's pretty cool. Tremolo. Let's see. Tremolo. Wow, so it looks like, there we go. Looks like they're around 439 used, and if you want it, I don't see the one with the wraparound bridge like this one has for sale anymore. I just see the tremolo version. 612. Let me put in the serial number. Let's see here. So actually, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than that Ibanez, and like I said, I think its pickups really the stock pickups that PRS gives you, even with these Korean models, which are all right quality. I mean, this is a really good quality guitar. I mean, it's already taken a beating, and it's, you know, the pots aren't dirty, they don't scratch or anything. The toggle switch isn't scratchy or anything like that. It's you know, it's a nice guitar. It weighs. I mean, just look at it compared to that S. I mean, it's probably a little thinner than a stock Les Paul. And remember my video on guitar rules, people. There are only a few types of guitars. Saying, oh, it's a Paul Reed, it's single cut, it's not a Les Paul. Well, that's just splitting hairs. This is a Les Paul. So if you want a Les Paul-ish looking thing with nice binding and stuff and really good sounding pickups and a toggle switch that isn't in the friggin' way, you know, and like easy controls, yeah, I mean, for $439 used, I might get one of these. I think he said he paid around $3 bills for it. I'm not sure. But at $300, this guitar is a very good deal. And remember, everybody, I'm more of a tech. I think I play okay, but it's been a while since I played, so you know, this wasn't a video to demonstrate my playing or anything. It was just to just kind of show you some stuff about the guitar, if you're wondering about getting one of these. My little brother has always been, you know, wanting to get to be a guitar player. And he's gone on a lot about Paul Reed Smith, and you know, he seems like the kind of guy who would want a really nice Paul Reed Smith, but I think he could almost be happy with something like this, and probably would enjoy playing it, and like looking at it, and you know, having it in the corner, you know, knowing it was always there at the ready, and he didn't have to worry about, you know, making sure it was in tune or anything like that, because, you know, this sucker seems to stay in tune pretty well. This was just set up, so these are new strings. Now, I did notice that somewhere around here, maybe I raised the action, got rid of it. There was a little bit of a fret problem down here somewhere, but just one. That Ibanez S has a slew of fretwork that needs done from like 19 to 24. It's a pretty rough story down there. The action on that Ibanez could be a lot lower. In fact, I would say the action on this, and again, let me show it to you. I mean, I can just on, I mean, my pick, you know, I do the 14 and 1 thing, and then check 6. I mean, I could flatten the neck out some more. I mean, I could, but I mean, I'm not going to. I think that this is set up pretty well. So, if you're just aching for something that says Paul Reed Smith on it, and you can live with the single cut, then man, I think this is the way to go. You know, those South Koreans probably need the cash anyway. Plus, Paul Reed Smith guitars are just horribly expensive for no real reason, if you think about it, other than they've got some old guitar player's name on them. And you know, he's cool and everything, but why he can put a dragon on the neck of one of his models and say it's, you know, worth $17,000, I don't know, because he's Paul Reed Smith, and Carlos Santana plays his guitars. I don't see how Carlos Santana would sound any worse playing this than what he normally plays. Let me see. It looks like the hardware is all PRS. These are PRS tuners, so these tuners are what you'd find on the normal PRS. Like I said, you know, you should always check the neck and then check the body. See, they don't resonate quite the same, but they're like a fifth off or something, and that's all right. They're harmonious. I don't know if you guys have seen Steve Vai do that, but his Evo guitar, they reverberate the same. So yeah, I definitely check out getting one of these if you're in the market. Oh, and I did mention that the virtue of the wraparound bridge is just ease of intonation. Do be careful putting too heavy gauge strings on a cheap guitar that has wraparound, though, because usually those screws are made of hot metal, and if you put too heavy strings on them, it'll break them. And then if it's a cheap guitar, you'll probably have trouble finding the exact ones for it again. So just a little advice there. Yeah. So check these out, and again, they come in all kinds of different finishes and such, so you're not stuck with the black. I just saw one in Alpine White that looked gorgeous. I don't know what it's bound in, probably ebony or something like that. So yeah, all the hardware seems really good on it. Nothing scratchy like so. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the reviews. Goemonronin signing off.